Hi friends, it's Lauren. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today. I'm grateful to have you here for a card making video. Today I'm hopping along with some of my friends to celebrate Craft Roulette's 6th birthday, and I'm throwing in a little celebration for Sassy's LLC with this video for her 100th emergency card kit. I printed off a few of my favorite prints and sentiments that I'm going to use in today's card, and I will have linked down below the playlist so you can hop along with all of us. I will put down the Craft Roulette episode 310, and I will also put down Sassy's LLC's video where you can learn more about this emergency card kit. I'm also going to add one more video down there because the fun fold I'm going to do for today's card I found online just by trying to search some unique fun folds. So I will have the original video down below that I borrowed this idea from. So we're going to start with cutting our card base. So since this is a fun fold, I have a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, but you can just use an 8.5 by 11. This is just the darkest navy blue that I had. And I'm trimming my card base to be a A2 in size, but I trimmed it to be 5.5 inches by 7.25 inches. And then I'm going to score at 3 and 6 inches. So I'm going to do my first one at 3, and then my next one I'm going to slide my paper all the way down to 6 inches and score again. So I flipped it over because I'm going to create a Z fold, and I know that once you create that score line, you're supposed to fold it in the opposite direction of where you applied the pressure. So I flipped it over just so I could create that Z fold. This is me confused and trying to remember what I was doing. But when you fold it, it becomes an A2 4.25 by 5.5 card. So next we're going to work on cutting down some panels to go on the card. I will mess up my cutting, so do as I say, not as I do. I will have a diagram up here in just a moment of the dimensions of the panels. I wanted the card to seem like it had one panel, so I want the total first layer to be 4 by 5.25, and it's going to be trimmed so that way it will go right to the edge of that front flap. But I miscut, but that's okay. So right here you'll see the dimensions. The first panel is 2 7/8 by 5.25 inch, and then that other little side panel is going to be 1 1/8 inch by 5.25, so 5.25 inches. So when the card is folded closed, it would look like it's a 4 by 5.25 panel, but I misjudged. I cut it the other way. So my little panel on the right is a little small, but that's okay. We're gonna add in some fun details with die cuts to cover that up and make it seem less like a big old gap. So now I'm going to cut my leafy panel here to be smaller than that pink panel. So I'm measuring it out and I'm cutting this to be 1/4 inch smaller than what I've already cut. So I have that 2 7/8 by 5.25. I'm going to cut this down to be 2 5/8 by 5 inches. And that way it will kind of have that nice even border all the way around my leafy panel, and that pink watercolor will show through. It's a very beautiful peachy pink color. These again were my favorite designs from the Emergency Card Kit 100, and I love that I can just print out what I need for a card and then I can print out more in the future. So I'm layering it onto that navy blue card base, making sure everything is looking good. Again, I'm kind of sad that I misjudged my cut there, but I have my emergency card essential die sets from Trinity Stamps and Sassy's LLC. This is a really cute kind of scallop pattern from Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1. And I die cut it out of that same pattern paper so I can bring in a little bit more of that multicolor to the little tiny side panel. And that way it will kind of fill in that gap a little bit and again just bring in more of those greens and blues. Now to help keep this card closed, because this is kind of a Z fold, fun fold, not really a joy fold, but could be kind of a joy fold, I'm going to use an arch die to help keep the card closed. So I'm starting off with this smaller, kind of in the more of the middle range of my nested A2 arches from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to die cut it out of this beautiful green leafy pattern. Later on, I'm going to take the next size up and add a layer of blue cardstock, but at the time I was thinking I would just have this little green area. I wanted to add in some fun sentiments from Emergency Card Kit 100. I just print out the 2 1/4 rectangles here, and I'm going to fussy cut out one of the sentiments. I was just gonna like cut it out with my large scissors, but I thought, no, let me get all of these sentiments cut out and ready for future cards. So I follow Sarah Liz's advice by not cutting all the way through. I'm starting at the top tick and cutting all the way down, leaving that header in place. So then I can continue cutting through and getting all of my sentiments. Again, you can watch her videos on how she cuts all of her sentiments. So I will have that again linked below. So I'm going with the plants before people, but I will fussy cut it out. I just wanted to make sure all of my sentiments were ready to go. So it's still in that triangle form, but in a minute here, I will do some more altering to that sentiment. And I play with my layout a lot because I am questioning if I should recut that watercolor panel, but it does end up looking really good, I think, in the end. So now that I have mostly everything ready, I want to work on my main feature of the card, which will be die cutting a plant. There are lots of plants in the emergency card kit, but I decided to do a little die cutting because I wanted to feature more of those pretty papers. So I die cut the leaves. Again, I'm using the tropical leaves for some of the large leaves, and then I use Plant-A-Succulent for the pot and a few more plant leaves. I wanted to darken them up and have them stand out a little more. So for the insert that will be the dirt that the plant is potted in, I used vintage photo distress ink and some blending brushes. For the plants, I'm using a combination of lucky clover and pine needles just to again darken up and match some of the deeper hues of the paper. And then for the pot, I'm using aged mahogany to just darken it up. I wanted it to feel like just a darker tone of that peachy pink cardstock or pattern paper. Next, I'm going to work on gluing in my leaves. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue, and I'm just kind of trying to tuck in those large leaves so it looks like it's a part of the plant and not just a leaf. So I'm going to glue these two together, and then I will glue that inside of the pot. And then I will add the next set of leaves. I'm going to add them in again. So it seems like it's one plant sitting in this pot, basically. And I am also, like I said, we're using this card to submit for Craft Roulette 310. And the parameters this month were to have a trifold card, which I know there's a lot of heated debate on what that means. Does it need to have 3 folds or 3 panels? So I'm going to lean into the tri-panel part of it, and I have 3 panels with that Z fold. The colors are vegetable garden, so I'm leaning into the greens and the kind of the orangey reds that you would see in a vegetable garden. Then we have an element of nursery, which I am doing plant nursery with my plant. And then the last one was to incorporate something stars or starry. And I'm going to add in some die cuts at the end to tie in that last little element. So I will cover everything and be able to submit this for my Craft Roulette submission. So now that my plant is put together, again, I tucked in those leaves and I added the soil to the back side of the plant or the pot, and then I added the little pot detail. So now we can start assembling this card together. So I'm going to start with adding my panels to my card base. So I'm using just my tape runner, and I'm attaching this pink first layer of peachy pink watercolor. Again, it's going to go right up to the edge of the fold. So it's going to go right up to the edge of that front panel. And then I'm gluing on the smaller panel, and it's going to line up to the edge of the front fold. I hope this is making sense. And then I'm adding in my little scallop. It's a little long, so I trimmed off one scallop, and I'm using liquid adhesive to attach that to the card. Then I will add in my next layer, my mat of the leafy pattern paper on the front panel of the card. And then I decided again to cut out one more, so I used the next size up of those arches in the same navy cardstock, and I'll go ahead and glue those together. The plant just was kind of big, and I thought it was going to get lost on the background, so I thought just adding a little bit more of that darker blue couldn't hurt the card. And I'm also adding a little bit more ink to darken up the edges of the plant so it doesn't get lost on the background since it's the same pattern paper. I'm going to go ahead and glue my 2 arches together, so that will just be centered onto the navy cardstock. I'm going to grab some 1mm foam adhesive, a really low profile, and I'm just adding it to the back side of the, well, it's the right when you're looking at it, of the arch, so it attaches only to that side little fold flap, and that's going to keep the card closed. Next, I'm fussy cutting out my plants before people sentiment. So I'm just using some small scissors and going, I was gonna say gently, but that doesn't make sense. Slowly around, gently, the sentiment, and I'm gluing it where I want it to be on the potted plant. And then I added a bunch of foam adhesive, again, that same 1 millimeter foam adhesive to the back, and adding that to the arch. I think it's looking so cool. I love this pattern paper. It's so beautiful. I'm making sure that none of the foam that I attach is going to stick. I did have a few pieces peeking out because I forgot that I didn't need it all the way to the top. So I'm just using my anti-static powder to add some baby powder to the back of those foam, and then they are no longer sticky. So that is the fun fold all together, but I wanted something on the inside. I wanted some room to, have to be able to write something. So this is that center panel. This is 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inch, and I'm going to cut it out of some white cardstock, but you could do another pattern. There are a lot of really light patterns in this emergency card kit, so you could definitely write on top of it, but I'm just going to use some white cardstock. So again, trimming that down, and I'll glue that to the center of that middle panel. So now I'm going through and thinking about what else I need to add to my card to meet the parameters, and that is of course using the starry random element. So I'm going to grab the stars, or one of the sets of stars, from the Emergency Card Essentials die set number 2. There's like a little die that has a cluster of stars, and I'm going to bring in some kind of a muted silver cardstock from Spellbinders, and I'm going to add these little stars and little dots to the card. So I'll go ahead and just trim a piece down so I can just run it through my die cutting machine, just a little piece, and I don't risk damaging any more of my cardstock. I just put them in a tray here, and then I'm going to use tweezers and a pickup tool and liquid adhesive to glue these around the card. I'm going to focus around that arch, so I'm going to add a few around my plant, and then I'll add a few to that small little sliver of pattern paper, and then one on the leafy pattern paper, just so it kind of gives a top right to bottom left feel. The stars kind of just decorate the card like that. But then I thought, well, why don't I add more of the sentiments to the inside of this card? So I am going to use my emergency card kit again, or Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1. There are a few rectangles that fit the sentiments that I trimmed out perfectly. So I'm going to use the scallop layered die to have a background behind another sentiment. I'm going to continue using that beautiful pattern paper. So I'm going to be able to incorporate more of that plant pattern. So I'll go ahead and glue those 2 layers together, and then I'm going to add this sentiment to the inside of the card. It fits very nicely in that white paper panel in the middle, so I'll just go ahead and add that to the top, giving it kind of a centered look. And then you could still totally flip that panel over and be able to write a little note on the inside. I'm having trouble getting it glued in, but you can just fold that little flap back, and that plant in that panel will be you'll have room to be able to write on the inside of the card as well. But I love how this card turned out. Let me know what you think. This is such a fun fold card. But yeah, I'd like to know what you think. Have you made a card like this before? I've probably done something kind of like this in the past, but I liked the details and how it's like a little arch keeping everything closed. So I will link down the original video where I found the inspiration from. Don't forget to head over to Craft Roulette to watch this week's episode if you missed it. And of course, follow along with us and hop using that playlist so you can see how everyone else celebrated Craft Roulette's birthday. I just want to say thank you to Mary and Steven for creating such a wonderful community, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Happy birthday!
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!